Hi there, this is Ava from Crave to Live, and this is my second video. And today I'm going to show you how to make kale chips for a snack. Kale, as we all know, is a leafy green, is very nutrient dense, and I'm going to actually read you a quick list of all the things that kale can do for you. I'm going to cheat from my computer, but I wanted to make sure that I capture most of the things that you need to know. So kale is very high in vitamin K. It has about 1,180% of your daily required intake. Vitamin K, vitamin A, C, manganese, copper, vitamin B6, fiber, calcium, potassium, iron, vitamin E, and I'm not going to continue the list. It's really long. So we all know that we need to increase our leafy green vegetables, and this is a great way to do so. And the other main ingredient I'm going to be using, since there's only 3 ingredients in this recipe, is going to be extra virgin coconut oil. And coconut oil, everybody hears the buzz about coconut oil and how healthy it is. And it is. And it's really high in so-called healthy fats, so-called medium chain fatty acids, or MCFAs, caprylic acid, lauric acid, and capric acid. And it's got many health benefits. I pretty much use it in my skincare and our cooking, in first aid, and many other things. But amongst its benefits is a disease, a natural treatment for Alzheimer's, prevents heart disease and high blood pressure, cures urinary tract infection and kidney infection, reduces inflammation, arthritis, cancer, immune system boost, memory and brain function improvement, etc., etc. Long list. One thing that I want to warn everyone is that when you use coconut oil, make sure that you purchase an extra virgin coconut oil in quality, because other coconut oils can be highly processed and chemically treated, so that the healthy properties of these medium chain fatty acids are destroyed. So you want to make sure that you use extra virgin coconut oil, and with your kale, you try to use organic kale to reduce the amount of pesticides that you get. The third ingredient I'm going to be using is just plain sea salt or Himalayan pink salt, and there's many health benefits to those compared to just simple table salt or sodium. So let's get going. The next thing I'm going to do is wash my kale thoroughly under running water in a colander, and then de-stem the kale. So pull the leaves of the kale off the stem and then split it into parts. So you can see that as you remove the leaves, you can pull the stem out and you have just the leaves left. And I thoroughly wash the leaves, and then I just pull them into smaller pieces, just so that they are easier to eat and manage. Next thing is that I'm going to dry the recently washed kale. And if you have one of those handy salad spinners that really, as you spin, removes the excess water from your salad, then that's fantastic. If you don't worry about it. Just take the kale and spread it out on a cookie sheet that's lined with paper towel. And as you do that, you will be able to then use some extra paper towel to kind of pat that off and dry it off. If you have 10 minutes, then just let it sit like this with a paper towel on top, and let this dry. The more it dries, the crispier your kale chips will be when you put them in the oven. So my kale chips have been drying here for about 10 minutes. Which is a lie. I don't do that, so they're not really going to be as crispy as I want them. But really, for a couple of minutes, as I'm playing around, trying to dry them off, and as soon as they are mostly dried off, I am going to remove the paper towel. And I'm doing this all one-handedly. I need to figure this video thing out. And my oven is turned on at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And now I am just going to sprinkle the kale with some sea salt and sprinkle it with some coconut oil and rub in the coconut oil, coat the leaves as much as I can. I probably will use, for a bunch of kale, this is a bunch of kale, I will probably use about 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. And today I am lucky because I will not have to melt my coconut oil, as in this record heat, our AC broke down. So my coconut oil, my extra virgin unrefined coconut oil that I purchased from Costco, is already liquid. So no need to melt the oil. So I'm going to go and sprinkle this with salt and drizzle some coconut oil. If you want to use olive oil, that's fantastic too. And put it in the oven at 350 Fahrenheit for about 20 to 25 minutes. And I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So I was partly joking. I do sometimes have the time to leave my kale sitting and drying for about 10 minutes. Today I didn't, but I wanted to quickly show you how I salt the kale quickly. I don't really pay much attention to what I'm really doing. Just make sure that some salt goes on. And here's the coconut oil. I just kind of drizzle it on. 1 tablespoon. And here's my 2nd tablespoon. And all I really do is then I use my clean washed hands just to kind of get all these leaves coated nicely with coconut oil and get them all nice and shiny. And if there's a larger piece still, I kind of rip them up into smaller sizes. My son loves kale chips. My daughter doesn't care for them. But since, you know, he's only 7, he's got a smaller size mouth. And I have to tell you that when your kids eat these kale chips, everything is going to be coated with green kale dust. So the smaller these little pieces are, the better it is, because it means less mess and less stuff to clean up from the floor. And now that my kale chips are nicely coated, as I said, my oven's turned on at 350 degrees, and I am just going to stick this cookie sheet with the kale into the oven and set my timer for 22 minutes for now, and then we'll just go from there. I'll see you back in 22 minutes. So my timer's up, the 22 minutes are up, so I'm going to check on these kale chips and see if they are ready to be removed from the oven, if they are crispy enough. Yep, most of them are, and what I do is, they actually got a little bit browner than I like them, but what I do is I start removing the ones that are really crispy into a big bowl. And then the ones that are still somewhat soggy, I stick them back in the oven for a couple more minutes. So you can see and hear how crispy these are. And I carefully remove the ones that are really crispy. I don't want to burn, obviously, my fingers. And I will keep the ones that are, see, like this one is still a little bit soggy. I will just turn it upside down and keep it stick it back in the oven. I forgot to mention to you, you do see the liner. I like to use a silicone liner on my cookie sheets, but a plain baking sheet parchment paper will also do. So I will stick the rest of these pieces back in the oven for probably about 2 more minutes, and then we'll go from there. I could not really resist. I really had to clean up the rest. So instead of sticking the rest back in the oven, I didn't. I started eating them, and they taste amazing. They're so crispy. I'm not supposed to be talking while I'm eating, but I wanted to tell you and show you today how easy it is to make kale chips coated with coconut oil. And this is the final outcome. You can see how nice they are. It's a great afternoon snack because it will provide some healthy fats in addition to your vitamins that are in the kale, some healthy fats. And we know that a diet loaded with healthy fats, avocado, coconut oil, and even animal sources of healthy fats like eggs and organic butter are very or can be very beneficial to you, because if you provide your body healthy fats, then your blood sugar will stop jumping up and then falling down in the vicious circle of hunger and then appetite and then eating and then being hungry again, eating again, you will be able to balance that out. So anytime that you can sneak in some healthy fat, including coconut oil, into your diet, that certainly is going to benefit you in the long run. One thing I wanted to mention is that pay attention once you eat these chips. You're probably going to get some green stuff around your teeth. So ladies, go to the bathroom and check your teeth after. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed this video and come back for more. Bye.